Is that so? A statue in Saxleo Temple? I have no recollection of any such thing being there.
Maybe someone put it there recently?
Who besides Dohalim would do that, though?
Oh, it's a Darkwing's member. Where even is Alec? Is that Dome? The only other option it could be is I mean, I guess it could be Urwagil, or it could be Volron.
Oh yeah?
I see. What? How absurd. Hmm?
Dohalim?
Sure.
Seems a lot of the Renans still have high expectations for you as the last remaining lord. It's been like this since the Convergence. But living up to others' expectations is something I'm sure you can relate to. Yeah.
Hey!
Huh? That ain't funny. I think you're lying.
The people here must have a lot of anxiety and frustration.
I can't blame them for that, but it is still a difficult issue.
It's a pretty unique character design.
Sure.
Dohalim sure seems on edge.
He's more worried than he lets on. We have to do what we can for him.
You don't have to tell me. Kidnapping is absolutely vile.
All right. Why would anyone be after Faria?
Maybe because she's important to Dohalim? It can't be a coincidence, right?
We'll know once we apprehend the culprits. Come on.
Look! Someone's there!
Is that?
Avakir?
Doe! Well, I should ask you the same thing. Have you gone mad? Running off on your own?
I wanted to avoid causing any trouble while you were away. Sorry.
Were the kidnappers the ones who hurt you?
Yeah, I tried to get Faria back, but I was too weak. I'm not as good as you.
She's still alive then?
There's no doubt about that. Doe, listen, the culprits...
I know. Avakir, you head back to Pelegion. Kisara, you're with me.
What was that just now?
Are the Rens playing me
It's rare
dance?
to see Dohalim like this.
Yeah. His silence speaks volumes.
No time to dally. We need to act quickly. I'm glad I made it in time.
Faria, are you all right?
Doe, is that you?
Lord Dohalim, what are you doing here?
Lord?
That's enough.
Doe, be careful!
You would go so far as to disguise yourself as the very people you hate.
So you know. I'd expect no less from the great Lord Dohalim.
The abductors are Renans?
They slipped away with Faria and defeated Avakir when he gave pursuit, though those two are not warriors. Overcoming them would be no easy task for a Dahnan. They were attempting to frame Dahnans for the crime. My guess is they were trying to make me hate Dahnans as they do.
Precisely. But that's only because you won't do your damn job as our lord. Ever since we lost Lenakis, we've been living like prisoners. Yet you only preach reconciliation, neglecting your duty as our guardian.
How could you be so selfish?
I am still a guardian of the Renans, but that does not mean continuing our rule.
It's just our luck you'd come back on the very day we execute our plan. We may have failed, but there are others who see you as weak. You had better watch your back.
Doe,
You succeeded at one thing. Your intent was to anger me. However, the focus of my anger is you. Any that harm my friends will be punished.
Dohalim, don't! If you give in to your anger, you will be no better than our enemies. Please, stand down.
You're right. His fate must not be decided by personal feelings. We will deliver him to Pelegion to face due process. Thank you, Kisara.
That's my job, after all. The criminals have been turned over to the authorities.
Thank you, Kisara. That should be the end of the ordeal.
After all that, I just caused more trouble for you.
I'm glad the two of you are safe. That's all I can ask for.
Still, I have a feeling there's more trouble to come. There are still plenty of Renans and Dahnans who are unhappy with the way things are. I'll have to come up with other ways to keep things under control.
I'm counting on you. That reminds me, Avakir. I only learned of the kidnapping because Lentigar was concerned for your safety. You should learn to rely more on those around you.
Yes, you're right. I'll be sure to thank him.
We should let Ganya know the problem's been resolved, too. Let's go, Kisara.
Do,
Yes?
thank you. And take care of yourself.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Aw, are you tired, Poodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Culprits were Renans disguised as Dahnans?
Their intent was to turn Dohalim against the Dahnan people.
As a Renan, I apologize. Dahnans were being framed.
Ganya, please know Dohalim would never.
You're quite the conscientious one, aren't you? You could have kept quiet about the truth, and none would have been the wiser. And that's despite the fact that you were the target of this plot.
I believe telling you was a necessity.
I agree. In fact, I feel the urge to let my fellow Dahnans know just how honorable you are.
Ganya,
I hope this relationship continues, takes root, and endures long after we are gone.
On my name, Dohalim Ilkaris. I vow to do all that I can to that end.
That's a pretty easy story quest.
are you thinking about your friend, Faria?
I've ended up putting her through another ordeal. Avakir as well. They've been made to suffer just for knowing me. And it's likely this will not be the last time either.
It's not your fault. Your position means Dahnans and Renans alike are going to look at you with their own individual prejudices. One side expecting the best, while the other assumes the worst. Much like what Alphen has experienced.
I understand. No. Understanding is not enough. I should have expected something like this to happen. Whether it was to a friend of mine, or someone else. It was my responsibility. And it's my fault for not being prepared. I'm going to instruct them to reinforce security. Of course, we'll have to do so carefully so as not to incite the old guard. Did you think I would blame myself more?
No. You're no longer your old self.
I don't plan on going back. Besides, the situation wasn't all bad either. Avakir had a colleague who cared about him and was willing to step forward. The situation is changing, slowly but surely. If things continue this way, it may someday lead to that utopia you spoke of. One where all people are treated equal. Though, I do not know how old I'll be by the time I see such a world.
No matter the age, you won't be seeing it alone.
That's true.
But why does it show up yet? Do I need to do... Oh, hello.
Dohalim?
Yeah.
Guardian of the Renans, huh? That's quite the title, Dohalim.
A misnomer that doesn't reflect reality. I didn't choose it, nor do I want it. I am not a lord of old, ruling over the Renans. I do not seek to stand above the people, but among them as a fellow human being.
Right. You seem to enjoy being a mediator more than a leader.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah, we haven't visited this place yet to check out the masked people. So even Vincent, of course, has masked people. It makes sense. I kind of figured it would, but... Don't eat pancakes!
Hey!
I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
So then... Kisara, you seem to have accepted your position as someone the people can rely on.
As a member of the Service Corps, being there for those in need comes with the territory. Besides, I'm happy to do it. It's a vital part of maintaining the peace, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I think I would.
I'm gonna call it quits now. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff left to do. Crap, I forgot about this.
So, Alphen, how's your pursuit of wedding knowledge progressing?
With everyone's help, I've been able to look into several things I was curious about.
Happy to hear it.
I'm still clueless when it comes to marriage in general. I'm still in the dark on what married life is like after the ceremony is over.
It does seem as though that would be a separate set of knowledge. You'd need a new home, furnishings for it, things of that ilk.
A home? You need a house if you get married?
It's not a requirement, but generally speaking. It even came up in the conversation amongst the ladies that sparked your quest for knowledge. Shion said she wanted a warm home to live in, remember? It's completely normal to think of such things.
It is?
So I've heard.
Then the next thing I research will be where to live after getting married. I want to know everything that's needed.
Very well. You know, I once heard someone say, marriage is not the destination, but a new departure. I believe those were Droshin's words of wisdom.
Really? Does that mean Droshin's married?
He is indeed. Seeing as he has experience, you may wish to seek his counsel.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so this one, it only involves characters who do not have active quests, so it's not blocking any quests.
Now that I think about it, life after marriage is obviously more important than the wedding itself. The wedding is a single day, but your life together after that goes on for years and years.
True. It is certainly a topic worthy of careful consideration.
Save and quit. I was trying to save in the end and I forgot, oh, the end of Vincent's where all this stuff starts. Okay, that's it for now.